Joins us for more on the upcoming NHL season, whenever that is. Mike, we now know when the NBA will begin its 2020-21 season. How much pressure does their start date put on the NHL?
I think it puts a lot of pressure on the Mark because the sports are so similar in where they play and the arenas they need to use, the logistics of putting it on, the fact that basketball has been able to come to an agreement, start before Christmas, get an almost entire season on there, puts pressure on the NHL to force the players to find that similar kind of agreement because one of the big stumbling blocks was, well, maybe it's not logistically possible, maybe it's not safe enough, and I think by basketball saying they're going to start on around Christmas, those questions have been answered. They can no longer be used as an excuse by the NHL, so either they don't want to start or they can explain to us why they can't, but saying it's not safe or it's not possible no longer flies.
All right, so with that in mind, I know you're a man of ideas. What solution would you offer the NHL and the NHLPA?
All right, this is going to take a little bit of work together by the NHL and the players. Now, first off, for the schedule, I'm going to give them Christmas, the players that is, and we're going to start training camp December 28th. So just after Christmas, get back on the ice. You don't need too much time to play, even though you've been off for a long time in camp. So season start January 15th. I'm going with a 56-game schedule, so 4 months of 14 games, roughly, per month, ending in mid-May. At the end of the regular season, because it's a bit of a shorter season, I'm going to a play-in, Mark. 10 versus 7, 8 versus 9, best 2 out of 3 at the home rink of the higher seed, all 3 games. And then an abbreviated playoff. We finish in the middle of July sometime. Then we're back onto the normal schedule for next year. But maybe more importantly, Mark, how do they figure this out financially? Gonna take a bit of give and take. So the big question is, are the players gonna get their prorated salaries or not? I'm sorry to do this to the players. I think we're going to have to pay you prorated. It just doesn't make sense to do it any other way. But as the carrot to do that, as an ownership, I'm going to give back the 10% deferral that you gave us previous to the last CBA extension. So you have that 10% back right away, but we're going to pay you on the prorated basis, 20% escrow as well. And if we do all that, then hopefully this year can get agreed upon, played out, and then finally return to normal for the fall of 21-22.
Well, see, I knew you had a plan. It was 5.5 weeks ago the Lightning won the Stanley Cup. It's still unclear when they'll begin the defense of that title, but we'll wait and see. Thanks, Mike. And with that in mind, if January 1st holds as the start date for the NHL, then it would be just 95 days since the end of this past season. In contrast, the last day with games played before the COVID stoppage was March 11th, meaning the teams that didn't play in the bubble would go 297 days without games.